Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This daily tarot oracle reading, Tattletales from Tales from the Vector, is a collective or general reading. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Please be aware that parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and leave the rest. I've already shuffled the cards, just giving them a quick cut and shuffle, and we will begin this reading with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the moon. How perfect. Right now I'm doing this reading, and it's the evening, and it's right in time for the new moon coming in Sagittarius energy. And here we have the moon representing the moon. So this energy is talking about illusions being broken, hidden secrets being exposed. This is talking about coming out of the emotional waters and being vulnerable and being able to stay on your path regardless of how challenging it is. We've got the domestic dog and the wolf both howling at the moon, and this represents your energy of being able to, maybe you need to be more on the domestic side, or maybe you've been too domestic and you need to walk on the wild side. But this is about having the courage to make yourself vulnerable, to be able to get out of the water. And with all this armor on, it's pretty challenging. So you may have to take your armor off and go down your path and stay in between these two pillars so that you're not getting distracted by the illusions. On December 4th, we had a full moon, and that was in Gemini energy. And then we have the new moon now in Sagittarius on the 19th, 20th, depending if you're on Universal Time or in North American altered time from the time changes. And then we also have the sun shining on this. So this represents if you think back to during the eclipse season, what was going on. There's some clarity coming out around that. And then there is also on the 21st going to be a solstice. So that's when we have the shortest night of the year, the shortest day of the year and the longest night. So this energy is now shifting, and we're also moving in to an energy from 2025, which was 2 + 2 + 5 = 9, a 9-year cycle coming to an end. And we're moving into this new energy on this new moon tonight. And that is about taking action in Sagittarius energy, adventure, knowledge because you love knowledge, just to gain knowledge, and loving to travel and having like a world energy. And this energy moving into 2026, 2 + 2 + 6 is 10. Break that down, 1 + 0 = 1. We have a new beginning now. So this is totally like a decade of energy ending, as well as the new year ending on New Year's Eve as we move into a new year. Also, what's coming up is if you apply this energy to the Chinese zodiac, then we're moving out of the year of mid-February, we're moving out of the year of the snake and into the year of the horse. So it's a good idea right now to shed what you can and get ready for the new. That's the energy we're in, and it keeps coming up. And it was so awesome that the moon came in tonight on this new moon energy. And so this is the energy of the first card. And what I'm doing, I'm building a pyramid here. This first line represents what you have, the tools that are in your possession at this time to be able to, achieve whatever it is you need to achieve. Find out maybe what the illusions are here. There may be some hidden secrets that it would empower you to know. This energy is about moving on from rough water to calm waters. So this is like you've been up Shift Creek without a paddle, and now you have one. Well, it's actually a pole. So what this pole represents, the way this little boat moves forward is by digging deep into, to the bottom and getting, moving forward. And so that's about having to dig deep within yourself to get out of the troubled waters and be calm, and rowing off to calmer waters. And this represents God. And that's the sun here, that energy shedding light on this so that you can move forward. And sometimes this represents healing your inner child. So your inner, and that's the energy of the thoughts from your inner child as well as your own coming into recognition of each other is what I'm getting. And that is confirmed because we have an Ace of Cups, and this is a gift from God in the universe, talking about love. So love, unconditional love for yourself, plus the universe having unconditional love for you. This card represents like that there is a gift coming in, and it also represents that you are the gift. And so the Ace of Cups is overflowing with love, and this energy can be, it quite often represents a divine connection being sent to you to empower you on your journey, and it is divinely guided or divinely blessed by God himself. This energy is talking about a romantic partner, and it also could be talking about having the peace from the love you have for yourself, and also for what you love to do or what you love to be, or a business you love to be in, or that kind of energy. Oh, and then we have this loving little cat coming in to give her 2 cents. So you can sit on my lap and be a good girl, please. Thank you. Sorry about that, but she loves to be here for the readings. Hey, Stella, say your job is to purr. It's not to be a pain in the butt. So this is about going inward and communing with God. And so that you can have a calmer life. It's like, I want some peace in my life. And this energy is talking about hanging up the worries, the thoughts on the wall here. And this sword is also at rest, and this person is resting. And this on this stained glass window is the word Pax, P-A-X, and that stands for peace. So this is representing having some peace of mind. Peace of mind regarding this illusion I'm getting. And temperance is coming in. Yes, so this is the energy of pouring into yourself. Temperance is also representing Sagittarius energy. And the new moon tonight is in Sagittarius. So this is representative. Sagittarius is not known for their patience so much. They like to do and travel and be active. But what this is saying is because you've poured into yourself and you've stayed on your path and you've had the patience, this energy now is coming in for you. And the time of having to wait for it is over. You've been very patient waiting for the timing to be right to accept this gift. Judgment has been called. Look at that. So some people consider this to be a card talking about an earth angel, like someone who's sent down for a mission with God. There's 144,000 souls apparently. This energy keeps coming up for me, but I've never really looked into it to the extent that I could really advise you on that. But having said that, it's talking about I feel our purpose on earth is all of us to be the best version of ourselves. And I definitely do believe in, or not believe in angels, but I know there's angels. And the judgment is coming in from God, from the Most High. And you can feel the energy on the earth right now is very volatile. There's a lot of truth coming out about a lot of energy in the higher up, like it's just, it's kind of almost like ridiculous. And, my brand is like The Truth is Funny. And I had a radio show called The Truth is Funny for 9 years. So that was a cycle that was ended. And this energy is talking about judgment coming down from the Most High, and it's also judgment for ancestors. That this represents people that are across the veil, and this is talking about they're finally getting justice. And so this is Pandora's box being opened, and this is skeletons coming out of the ancestral closet. So secrets of the family, illusions, that you weren't aware of, and that you know are there, but you just, no one will tell you. The energy is like, it's hidden from you. Other people in your family do know. Someone knows about this energy, but it's hidden, and only some certain people in the family are privy to the information. So this is showing like the ancestors and the descendants coming together. So this judgment is going to be coming through. And there's an energy here of judgment for the ancestors and the descendants, as well as yourself, coming in from the spiritual realm down to earth. And the Hermit is coming up. So the Hermit is the energy when you don't, this is very similar to this energy, but it's like really isolating yourself for quite a long time, and as advised by God himself. And you go up to the mountain, and this could be the mountain in, in your mind also, like this energy. And you confer with God, and when you have enough enlightenment, then you can tell, because the rod, which is representing that forward movement, is now golden, and so you know exactly what to do. You've been informed. Okay, this is judgment is coming. This is what you're going to do. This is the energy. This was the illusion. So I feel like on the new moon tonight, there's a lot of energy around that. Coming in, that illusions around the world, illusions within yourself, illusions in the family kind of come down. And once you have this information, you're to come down from the mountain and take some action on it, or some action is being taken on it in your benefit. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is an actual communication coming in now from, on an earth scale. And this is talking about, the pentacle represents health, wealth, happiness, and it also represents coin. It represents the material aspects of life, and being able to have your thoughts become matter. And this energy is a message coming in. The Page of Pentacles, the pages used to work for the royalty. And they would deliver, they would start around the age of 7 or 14, and they would deliver messages for the court, within the walls of the court. And they would be given smaller tasks. And then if they were trained and they apprenticed, they would become very good at it. Then they would, when they were 21, they would be up for kind of a knighthood. And they could, as long as they could afford a horse, because they learned about money, then they would be able to become a knight. And then they would have a horse, and they would be out, and they would be delivering messages from one country to another, which in some cases could take quite some time in the old days. These days we have information coming in the snap of a finger. We have the email, we have the texts, and we have cell phones and that kind of, so information is almost instant in most cases now. So this could be any form of that kind of communication. It could be in person, and it also could be a letter in the mail, or it could be like some documents, like that kind of energy. And it could also be like a message of a scholarship or something like that kind of energy. And so I'm building, in this spread, I'm building a pyramid, and the bottom line is the tools that you have to overcome whatever illusions these are, so that you can move forward in a really strong way. You're very well equipped. You're hanging out with God a lot here. And because of that, you're getting a gift. You're on your path, and judgment is being called in your favor. And you will be getting a message about that, regarding that judgment. This is about the 8 of Cups. This is someone walking away from 8 cups that they've already put a lot of energy into. And they are walking away from that, and they are done with this energy. And the full moon brought some information back on December 4th. That was in Gemini. And now tonight, this new moon is bringing in this energy of the new, and any hidden illusions, release them so that you can move forward. So that's what this person is doing. And they've put 8 cups of work into this. And so now this could represent you, or it could represent what the judgment is about. So someone has been working very hard, and now whatever they were working on wasn't worth it. It's not going to work, so they have to let it go. I don't feel this is about you. I feel, because this cup belongs to you, and this is the illusion that the judgment is about. And it's closer to this side, and there's information coming in about that after the hermit has gone up to the mountain and come back down, and judgment has been made. Now this can represent judgment on that you've been, if you have any legalities that are happening for you right now, this can represent that you've waited a long time for judgment to come. But it's not just judgment from the spiritual realm, it's judgment coming down legally on earth. And that's what this is representing, is coming down from God. And God is making sure that this information is going to expose what was the secret and what was hidden, and judgment is being called. So this could be on a legal sense as well as on the spiritual level. And it may be something you've been waiting a long time for. And it could even be something that your ancestors have been waiting a long time for. Because it's justice for ancestors, yourself, and descendants. And the Queen of Swords is here. So the Queen of Swords is sitting on her throne, and she has her sword ready. And if anyone comes towards her with any energy after she found out this, any incorrect energy, any, she's done. And so this energy is off with your heads. Like, she has her hand out, she's willing to receive the information. It better be accurate. She is done with bullshit. She's not going to entertain it. Her head is above the clouds. She is clear on what needs to be done, and she is acting on her own dependence. She is not relying on anyone else here. She's very clear on what she wants. It's crystal clear is what the energy is. And because of that, now we have the Ace of Wands also coming in. And the Ace of Wands is passion for new discovery, and it's been sitting on this action that needed to be taken for some time, and now it's going to be taken. And it's because she has clarity. She might not know exactly what this is about, but she knows that the information that's coming in is going to clarify for her, and then she will be able to take action, and this is like a passion for discovery. It's like new information coming in that is going to really allow her to take really strong action. The Queen of Swords can be someone that is a male in their feminine energy as well. The Queen of Swords, quite often, if there's gossip, she's the one that they're going to gossip about. She rarely indulges in gossip. She understands the power of words. She understands the spoken word can be very, detrimental, can cause a lot of karma. Words, you need to use, that words can be used as weapons, or they can be used for love. And we have reconciliation. So this reconciliation, and there's 6 cups here. And this card is full of illusion also. So this card sometimes means forgiveness of people. It appears, it also can be resolution of reconciliation with your inner child from things that have happened since you were a child. And now you understand, what happened. And this energy, so it appears like 2 children are playing here. But when you look closer, this is a gnome. And this is a little old lady. And the little old lady is also a young woman, depending on which way you look at her face. So, and the flowers in here are white, which represents innocence. And this watchman that looks like they're watching over the children is actually walking away. So there's a lot, when you look at this picture, it's kind of like, oh, it's not what it seems to be. There's a lot that doesn't seem to be from when you were a child. There was a lot of illusions around your childhood. And you could feel it, but you didn't know what it was. And that's the energy coming in. And then we have the Empress. And so the Empress is sitting on her throne. And the Empress represents all 4 queens in the minor arcana rolled into one. And I feel like this Empress you may have become an Empress now because you've reconciled your childhood with who you are now. And so you might have been like the Queen of Wands, like in this energy of being able to take action and being optimistic and being able to use your intuition. And you also could have been like the Queen of Pentacles, like good with money, being very resourceful, able to make something out of nothing. And then you were also whatever is missing, the Queen of Cups. So you were like have a huge capacity for love and the ability to love yourself and unconditionally and others unconditionally. But you weren't the Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords is talking about having the energy, like being in this energy. The Queen of Swords can appear to be quite cold because, and that's why she's gossiped about a lot, because she'll just be, seems like very cold. But she wasn't always that way. And the coldness it's mistaken for coldness, but it's actually independence because she couldn't trust the people around her. And quite often the Queen of Swords is a divorced individual, male or female, in their feminine energy. And they are done with bullshit and they're done. Like they're just done. They've maybe trusted people 8 times, like in close relationships, and every time they've ended up in this position where they're still waiting to receive what is theirs from what happened here. And so this energy is talking now. All of these 4 queens are within this one person, and she's sitting on her throne, and she's smart enough. She understands that she's going to plant seeds and they're going to grow. Like if you grow wheat, you learn that sometimes it doesn't rain on time, but you can't just go run out there with your sprinkler. I mean, there is irrigation in fields, but it wouldn't be worthwhile to irrigate wheat. The price wouldn't work out. the finances wouldn't, work for that. So sometimes you just have to rely on nature and go with the flow and understand that, this is, nature will take care of it most of the time. And this is also the energy that some people feel the Empress is actually pregnant, but this card can also represent that she's just pregnant with possibility. So, possibilities galore because she's in the flow, she generates energy. And then, oh, look at that, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So that is the energy, like this, I feel like whatever's happened here, this energy is talking about this Empress, of how the Empress became an Empress. So the Empress, as I said, the Queen of Pentacles, is very focused on the pentacles. She knows the value of $1. She understands what it takes to make something work, and she's really known for her resourcefulness. So she makes do with what she has and makes that work so that she can accomplish more. So that's that energy coming in there. Now this could be someone else, or this could be talking about the different energies of what happened to cause to create this energy of the Empress. Because you don't become an Empress without life experience, that kind of energy. Like you're not born an Empress, you become an Empress. That's from all the shift that happens in your life. So this is talking about the energy of what the tools that you have. These are the obstacles coming up, and now the courage to move forward. And so there's a wish coming in, a possible wish that you've wished for, and this may be from childhood. And this person is on stage, and so there's these 9 cups. There's only 10 cups in the deck, and look at, we had 8 here, but now we have 9 here. So that's why I feel like this energy is on this side, because this is what the Queen is looking at. So the information about the pentacle coming in, and the person, whoever this is walking away, has to do with the illusion, and this is the energy of the 9 cups. And so the 9 of Cups is, so this may be the wish that you had from a very young age is on stage now for everybody to see. So it's either above your head right now, or it's behind you. So this could be happening just in the past, and now it's happening, or it's happening now, or it's about to happen in the future. And this energy is talking about when you're wishing for something, it means you don't have it yet. And it means stay focused, don't be leaking your energy. Life is a stage, you have to stay in the game. Many a race is lost in the last lap. And then this energy is the King of Swords. So when the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords appear in the same reading, quite often they're a divorced couple or a separated couple. The King of Swords is sitting on their throne, and they recognize the power of the word also. And you know how you can see here that the point of the swords is showing. So this is like get to the point, get to the point. And you notice here in the background on the sword cards, on the suit cards, there's like these little flocks of birds in the background. And you notice here, this is a separated person who's separated from the two. They used to be a couple and now they're not. And that's the energy. So this is a divorced couple. And the King of Swords, well, that energy is coming in on the Empress here. That energy, the reconciliation, and the laying down of the swords, like going in. The Empress is using her intuition. This is reconciliation. The first step for reconciliation is forgiveness. But when you forgive someone, it doesn't mean that you want to be with them anymore or have anything to do with them. So that's the energy coming in. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you're going to reconcile with them. And this energy is of the king is sitting on his throne, and he wants people to get to the point. Like, what's the point of all this kind of energy? That's what I'm getting here. Like, what is the point of this? Interesting energy. All right, so there's been some battles with swords here. And so this is talking about battle of the will. And this is, in this instance, it can be also talking about looking to nature. Like if you're growing wheat, you have to rely on nature. And when nature wants to manifest, it's like the Empress. Like the nature is pregnant with possibilities. And so this sometimes can represent the way nature counts. Like nature counts differently from us. Like 1 + 1 = 2. Then 2 reaches back into the past for 1. 2 + 1 = 3. And then 3 reaches back into the past to 2. And we have 5. And then it would be like, 5 reaches back into the past for 3. And we have 8. And so that's the way, and because nature understands, nature knows that life is a dance, it's not a march. And so people are way more comfortable generally when we're moving forward. But if you are marching through life, that's what life is like. But if you are dancing through life, then you are going to be taking some steps back, sometimes sideways forward. And the steps back aren't punishment. They're so that you can grow. So this could be different versions of this person. And our job when we come on the planet is to be the best version of ourselves. And so here we have the best version, like this person's growth, right? From, okay, you can come back up. You're a silly girl. You sure are being a pain in the butt today. She's very, she can feel this energy, like is the problem. So she's like, I want to sit on your lap. No, I don't want to sit on your lap. Okay, so then this is representing, I feel like the solstice on the 21st. This is representing that the shortest day and the longest night, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. So it's the solstice, like when that energy is here, it's saying there might be really dark times in your life, and then you recognize that at some point things will change. That's the one thing that we can recognize is change. Change is a constant in the universe. It may seem like there's no change, but there's always change happening on the cellular level, on every level. And so this is talking about the old ways are dead and the new is coming in. And that's representing the new moon, the solstice, moving from 2025 to 2026, ending that decade cycle and moving into a new decade as well as a new year. Moving also from the year of the snake, coming up in February, to the year of the horse. So very different energy all around. So the snake is about shedding and the horse is about moving forward. Then we have this energy of soulmates. So soulmates are toasting each other. They perhaps have met, maybe at an event or something, maybe, on the new moon, who knows? Or it could be like that's the energy being heralded in. This could be someone you already know. Soulmates don't have to be romantic partners, but quite often they are. So this energy is talking about two soulmates uniting. It also can talk about your energy within yourself, your masculine, your feminine energy coming together, your higher self and your earthly self coming together with the information. But a lot of the time this does represent a romantic relationship. So perhaps, and look at, there's 2 cups here and it's sitting right on this 8 cups. So it's kind of like by letting go of these 8 cups that you worked so hard on, you now are going to be united with your soulmate. And this is a gift because remember at the beginning here, the universe and God promised you a gift of like the divine partner, the best love that you could have, that you've always wished for. And then we have victory. And so victory is talking about the 6 of Wands. It's talking about having victory because you didn't take action until you were you reined in your emotions. That's what the horse represents. And so you reined in your emotions so that you would be able to make the best move possible. And this has put you in a position of leadership. So this is talking about having the ability to use your facilities now to be able to lead, be a leader. And quite often, the best kind of leader leads from behind. So like the wolf, or even like if you look at the Canada goose, when they are migrating, they all take turns being the leader at the front. And then they fall back when they get tired and the next one goes into position and they lead. And the energy, and they all honk because they're encouraging each other from behind. And so when one of them gets too tired, then the next one takes their place to lead. Because as they're flying in that V formation, the one in the front is taking the wind the hardest and is flying, is really up against like the most force, and then the further back, the wind's already broken. If you've ever driven behind a semi on the highway, you'll understand what I mean with that energy. If it's a windy day, the semi, all of a sudden you can feel, oh, it's way calmer now because the semi's taking it for you. And then here we are talking about 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles is the most pentacles you can have. So this is that gift coming in here when this information comes in. So there's 10 pentacles. It's raining money. But pentacles aren't just about money. They're about lifestyle. And so we have like this energy here with all these cups of love plus the money coming in and the abundance coming in all ways. So this is abundance of what you love, and it's also about your lifestyle, like having the home and the neighbors and the time to visit and the pets and like that kind of lifestyle, the lifestyle that you always wanted. And then we have the Magician coming in. And so the Magician is the first, when the Fool starts their journey at the 0 point on the journey of the major arcana, the first stop is at the Magician. So this is so that you have the tools to be able to move forward on your journey. And the infinity symbol is if you use these tools wisely, that you will, and stay on your path, then that's when the magic appears. And this is the magician having his right hand up and his left hand down is showing as above, so below. So what happens on the spiritual realm comes down to earth. That's how magic happens. The magic belongs to God, and God allows it to come down to earth. And so the magician is pointing, if you want magic to happen in your life, you have to recognize that life is a dance, and then the passion for new discovery. So understanding sometimes when it feels like you're going backwards, it's because you were going in the wrong direction and their correction is being made. A judgment has been called. And so we'll see what the magician is pointing to once we get there. So this is talking about the tools you have, obstacles, the courage to move forward and really get what you want. And because the illusion that the information from that coming in could have been quite challenging to accept on some level, because it's like a total change, right? And then we have, yes, the courage to move into the heart's desires. So this is heart's desires. This is talking about having heartbreak in the past. And so when you look at this, it looks like, oh, this is really bad. But having said that, when you look at it again, you realize, oh, the heart's pretty big, and those swords didn't like totally destroy the heart. So it's something you can come back from. And also, if this is like a cliff with a cloud, or is this shoulders and a throat and, you know, a face, a head, that this is in the throat and not being able to speak from your heart in the past, and now you can because this new information has come in. This can also represent the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind, all coming together, congruent with your heart's desires. So everything is congruent, and then that's when you can really manifest at a high level. And then we have the Knight of Wands coming in. So this is again a communication. The Knight of Wands is a rebel with a cause. This is again Sagittarius energy. The horse, he's reining, just like here, he's reining his horse in. His horse is bucking because it wants to go, faster, but he's holding it in, and that represents emotions. This is someone who enjoys the mysteries of life, a rebel with a cause, like someone who is passionate and wants to take action. And so this could be this all of a sudden coming through now. This soulmate energy. So that's beautiful, and it once again is representing the energy of the new coming in from the new moon. So this could mean that the magician's pointing to this individual, saying, pay attention. There may be some communication coming in. And again, like this is a knight, and remember also that the knights can also be females in their masculine energy, as well as males in their masculine energy. And then we have here the Seven of Pentacles. So this pentacle here, this energy, that whatever this illusion thought they were going to achieve, all of this money, is no. All of this work was for nothing. It's not going to happen. Whatever the illusion was found out, and they had to walk away from this new pentacle that they were eyeing up. And they've been eyeing it up for a long time. Like it's been since they were a kid. That like they've known him. This pentacle is something that they've been focused on since they were a child, and they wanted the lifestyle and 10 pentacles here. This is saying the information that's coming in along with this soulmate, the victory, the lifestyle is being returned where it's supposed to be. And that's because this information is coming in, and this is the start of this new cycle. So this soulmates can be just someone that is like on their divine path also, and you know they're someone that you're that you made a contract on a spiritual level, that you would empower each other at a certain point in life when you both reached a certain point. I feel this energy is saying that pentacle, all that work that they put in, and they put in a lot of work. There's 8 cups here, done. They didn't get anything out of it. And then this, okay, so then this is the Knight of Cups coming in. Isn't that cool? So the Knight of Cups is coming in now to deliver this cup. Interesting energy. So the Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor, and this could be the same energy coming in, or this once this has been, this illusion has been, this knight could be rushing in with this information, and now the Knight of Cups is able to deliver the cup of love promised down here. That kind of energy. And then we have duty bound. Oh, okay, so this is like a mental prison. This also can represent prison on earth. So if this illusion has been found, this can represent that the judgment is actually on the physical as well as on the from, you know, on the spiritual realm. And this judgment is come in, and now someone's going to prison. And then we have the Queen of Wands coming in. So there we have like the different versions of the Queen. I feel this represents the Empress, or this could represent a Queen of Wands that was involved in this energy. And this Queen of Wands is now going to have to deal with whatever happened here. And that could very well be, you know, read it how you want. The Magician is not pointing to her about the judgment for you. I feel this energy belongs to this pentacle and this energy of having to walk away from whatever it was. And it's also possible that sometimes a soulmate could have come in and didn't do what they were supposed to do too. So that kind of energy could be there also. And then this is really interesting that this is here, because this is talking about having a strong foundation, but it's like playing small, you know. So it's kind of like, this is talking about 3 versions of making money. This is having, you know, a strong foundation, but being safe. This is safe money. And then this is your heart's desires, and this is the crowning glory. So I feel like this is kind of defining maybe the energy on this side as having had to play it small because of the whatever this energy was happening here. And also that the crowning glory is now here. So I feel like this 10 of Pentacles is going to be returned to the rightful owner, and the lifestyle and all of that energy. And whatever this illusion was, whoever was involved in that, that put all this work and had to walk away from it, they now are in a position where it didn't pay off. So they didn't get what they want. And someone's going to prison. That's the energy coming up. Like it's just on the physical. And this could be, this Queen of Wands could belong to another version of the queens that made up the Empress. Or it could be someone that was involved in that energy, because it's sitting on like the top here. So this, if we go from the bottom to the top and back down the pyramid, we have the energy of rowing off to calmer waters with God, being a Queen of Pentacles at that time. Yeah, so this Queen of Pentacles has rowed off, and she's having to be very resourceful. This was a wish that did not happen. It was heartbreaking. And then the Knight of Wands comes in with delivering some form of communication, which could be this energy, or it could, because this is passion. So it depends on how it's happening in your life. You might not want to have a relationship, or you're already in one. It could talk about restoring new passion into your relationship. So the Queen of Wands belongs to this energy. So I feel like this energy is coming in talking about what happened with the illusion and this energy, and, you know, having to stop whatever they were doing. This is talking about, you know, the energy of being small and not being what you were meant to be kind of energy. So this can talk about playing it safe and never taking any risks, or it can talk about the risks that were taken here, but it didn't work out for them. Whoa, did you jump, Stella? It's okay. And then this energy can be mental prison. I mean, if you put that much work in, and then it's representing a lot of energy, a lot of people involved. This energy, the cup of love, I feel like this is talking about that. So I feel like this judgment came in regarding this, and the energy shifts, boom. Like, I feel like this energy was successful for quite some time, but it's changing now. And that's kind of, it's really like, almost like a miracle that it happened. Like, it's kind of like left everybody wondering what the EF happened. External forces is what happened. And so whatever this soulmate energy is, I feel that that belongs to the energy of delivering this Knight of Cups coming in. And that's not necessarily, this energy could be regarding this, you know, and some action that's being taken, because judgment has been called. And this energy is about that. Again, it's about, but this is something that's been going on quite some time, probably since you were a child, and you weren't part of the illusion. No one told you about it. You probably have, you know, like had like some clue, okay, something's going on here, but you weren't included. Let me put it to you that way. So, you know, like, you might have felt really rejected because of it also. You might be someone who was adopted, you know. You might be someone like that, you know, like that kind of energy. So, you know, rejection is quite often God's protection. So just recognize, so that might be an illusion. You might have felt like you weren't lovable or something, and that you didn't deserve, you know, what everybody else deserved, and that you were kind of left out of the loop. And that was God's protection. That's really clear here. Protection, because they were, oh, Stella, I'm going to have to get you up unless you can reach these cards for me. Okay, I'm clarifying this energy, but just give me a moment here. I have to let the cat down. And the cards flew out. They landed way under the table. Sorry. So these are the cards that want to come out to clarify. Sorry, Stella. I know you were sound asleep. So I'm going to clarify with my oracle, Tales from the Vector. And this is an oracle that I started. I'm an artist, so I started the paintings back in 2007. And I completed all 64 in 2020. And now I am working on getting the information together because I want to print the actual oracle. I have numbers on the cards that I'm using here, and I will put them in the description box below so that you can look them up if you want. I'm going to put them in the order that they appear here. If you're interested in going to talesfromthevector.com, and that's TAILS from thevector.com, and that energy. Then you can look that up, and as I said, I'll have it in the description box below here. But when I'm working with these cards, I'll shuffle, and then they just jump out. It's like the dragons. These are big dragon paintings, and they're from the Intergalactic Federation of Light, and they just jump out. And okay, this okay. So clarifying. It's talking about the guiding star energy. So this is about using your crown chakra. So that's what that's about. So this is clarifying. This energy belongs to the Empress, being able to now be in her, to use all of her energy to be in this. I don't feel like it's necessarily a Queen of Wands that was involved in this energy. I really don't feel that the only energy that really is about that energy is right here, these three cards right here. But we'll clarify some more. And then this, the energy of this, and this, and the judgment being called, like that kind of energy belongs to both. So Yeah, I feel like this is mostly about like when I do a reading, I do it for my community, for my collective that are on, you know, resonate with my energies. So I don't resonate. These are the only cards here. And then we have the Tower. So a reality check came. And this energy can talk about the energy of the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, because in my oracle it's called the Divorce card, the Tower. Do you want to come back up? You're really having a rough time, Stella? Say, I don't appreciate being kicked off your lap, call it. It's okay, you be a good girl. Sorry, but she's really unsettled, and it's kind of this energy coming in. She can feel this energy from this reading. So the divorce, that energy is talking about a reality check. So that's what the Tower is. And so but the worst divorce is from source. So if you're, with God, then you're on your path. And then the Scorpio energy is coming in. And this is about like when my oracle cards come in, like with the different signs from the zodiac, they're not representing actual people. That's not my goal. Although they may for you, because this is, however the reading pertains to you. But I'm talking more about the general energy of Scorpio and like the state of being. Like, what is Scorpio about? And Scorpio is about being able to unite and elevate humanity or conquer. So it's kind of using their skills. They're ruled by Mars and Pluto when Pluto was still considered a planet. And that energy is really deep energy. And it's also 3 + 6 is a 9. So and this is also about the kind of energy like that, like manifesting from the sacral energy. And then we have Fool-Hardy. So when this Sagittarius temperance energy is talking about staying on the path, and then you can anticipate what's going to happen because you're in this energy and you're not having expectations that create limitations on how things have to go. The degradation is talking about taking the shame and placing it where it belongs. It's karma. That's what it's coming up. And then we have denial. So these are tactics. And so these are tactics we all adopt and to get through life, and that we can easily fall into. Denial is one of what I don't know won't hurt me. Yes, it actually has. It's caused you to miss opportunities, and even more I'm getting. So when, and it's also on some level denial from the people that you thought you could trust. So you actually couldn't. And then the lack of awareness, it's saying again, never underestimate the power of willful ignorance. So if people knew about something and you were the only one in the family, didn't know about, the skeletons in the closet, it was for your protection. And it's coming and it's sitting, this foolhardy, because you were busy on your mission with God. Like, that's the energy. So you were protected from having a part in this. They didn't tell you because they didn't want you to know. And that made you feel left out, but it also protected you. And then we have the karmic space of like other worldly desires and otherworldly desires. So it's wanting to, giving yourself permission to move forward if you're in this anticipation energy, to be on the right path, the path that you were meant to be on, and also because you want your authentic desires. And it's also about other people wanting to have like your, they want their authentic desires also, but they're going after other people's authentic desires, and that's why they end up like this. It may appear, and it could appear for generations, that they're getting their way, but eventually the shift hits the fan. And this is caused by jealousy. So yeah, and this can be sibling rivalry, and it can also be on a bigger scale on the planet. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all children of God, and we all have choice, and that's the energy coming up. We have father figures. And so this energy is sitting here on the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress energy. So I feel like it's talking about, this is more like God energy. I feel like that's what this is referring to. So like it may have been that you didn't have a strong father figure in your life growing up. And so God stepped in and was that figure for you. And then we have this energy with the broken heart. This is about the, expectations create limitations, and the foolish actions can cause heartbreak very easily. And then we have disruption. So what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. I feel like this energy right here disrupted not the energy of you on your path, but it disrupted God's plan. And that's not a very good idea. So it might have seemed fun, it might have seemed like you were getting away with it, but karma is going to hit. And I feel like now it is. And you can see this in the news in the world right now. There's just so much craziness happening. And then there's all this truth coming out, like things that have been like documents coming out, and oh my goodness, it's just craziness. And then we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, so the Hanged Man hangs from the tree of knowledge until they get a different perspective. And then when they have the perspective and they have the balance, and that's sitting here on this here, then they're able to move forward and move forward in a balanced way. And then we have the energy of the wheel is turning. I feel like the wheel is turning for this cup of love to come in. And I feel that, if you were looking for a soulmate, it could be a cup of love regarding that. Pay attention to the synchronicities around you, because that's how the universe speaks to us. And this is talking about like the 10-year, like moving into 2026. The energy is going to be very different. And I feel like it might be early in 2026 that this justice comes in for you. I feel like it's already on the way. And then we have the shooting star. So this is about your attitude. Attitude can get you a long way. This is talking about the tools that you had down here at the beginning, and then the wish that you always wanted being able to come true because of your attitude. So when you wish upon a star, it doesn't mean it's going to happen unless you put some energy and effort into it, is the energy. So I feel like that's pretty much, and then this is like the crowning glory here. And that we explained down here. What do you want? Are you wanting some food or something? My cat is disturbed here, so I'm glad this reading is over, because she's being a pain in the butt ski here. But there's something really, she doesn't like something about the energy here right now. So I'm going to end this reading, and if you enjoyed it, please do like and comment, and it really helps me build my channel. And if you resonate with the energy of the channel, please do consider subscribing. It would be an honor for me if you did so. I will be back tomorrow. My cat just bit me, sorry. It's she's really being a pain in the butt. So, and then we have the Empress here, or the Emperor. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a night, and I will post this first thing in the morning for you. Bye for now.